Hey guys, and welcome back to David's R&R, where in today's video I'm going to be taking on this Kohler engine that was given to me from some really nice people. It does not run. It came off a mower and it sat in the parts area for quite a while, so I picked this engine up and it's missing some things. I managed to get a hold of those parts. So we're going to be working on that today. For all of you who are wondering, I'm still working on the Montgomery Ward lawnmower. I finally got some parts for it that I needed. One of them being the deck, because of the old deck was rusted out from all the years in the junkyard where it was at. I'm working on getting another variable speed pulley for it, but that's going to be another video coming out soon. I also want to apologize for the lack of uploads recently. School is getting close to an end, and I've been really focusing on that, and I haven't had time to make videos because I've been focused on school. So, yep, and enough of me, but I just wanted to apologize for the lack of uploads. So let's dive into this, and let's start slapping parts on. Alrighty, guys. So, first things first, I think we should start with the most important thing that's missing right now, and that is obviously the exhaust. I got this exhaust out of another junkyard off of another junk mower. Well, we got the gaskets, and one thing I want you guys to tell me in the comments: do you like the wide angle view, which I used at the beginning of the video, or do you prefer this angle of view, which I'm using now, which is not a wide angle view? Let me know. Let me know what you think. And yes, that is rain that you were hearing, if you are wondering. I have never worked on a Kohler like this before, so I've worked on Kohlers before, but nothing quite like this. I haven't checked the oil in this thing yet. I can't really do a ton with it. I can see if it'll turn over and if I can get a starter to work and stuff, but I can't really do a ton with this thing until I figure out some place I can mount it or put it at where I can actually start on the motor. I'm gonna get this exhaust put on. Now, one thing I would like to tell you guys about these Kohlers is that most of what you're going to be having on these is metric. You're going to have metric bolts and lots of them. So don't be trying to use a bunch of standard stuff on here because of it probably just won't work. We got the exhaust on. Now I also have a starter. I managed to get a starter off of the same parts motor that I got the exhaust off of. I don't know if this works or anything at all. I probably should test it, but I'm pretty confident that it will work. It spins over well. It does all the things that it's supposed to do. So I'm going to put it on and get that kind of out of the way too. In case you didn't know, starter on these Kohlers just goes right here. Just bolts right on the side like this. Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. So I'm going to put that on and we'll go from there. The starter off the other mower the other motor, the starter off the other motor fit on here just fine. So now I think I'm going to set my eyes onto the top of the engine or something of that matter, because I need to probably go through this carburetor. But before we do that, let's see if our motor will spin over. And yeah, it spins over, so that's really good for us. That makes everything much easier to do. I can hear the exhaust and the intake valves working. I don't know if you guys can see. You can't see anything I just did. Working up here on the carburetor. So we just took the air cleaner off, and there's a mount on top of that, and you have the plastic box. I really need you guys to get higher to see what I'm doing right now, so I might do that. But we are going to be taking off this carburetor and diving into it and cleaning it up. I already see a few problems right now with why this thing may not work the best. I don't know why there's a PCB just pinched, but I don't know. I think my phone might be dying right now. I record all my videos on my phone as of right now, so I might be done recording for the night. But when I get back to you, we'll have this carburetor ready to come off, and we'll clean it up, and we'll take a look inside. Alright guys, I don't know how well you can hear me. The rain's picked up, but I got you at a better angle so you can see this carburetor better as I'm taking it off. I'm pretty sure almost everything on a Kohler is normally right around 10 millimeter. So I'm assuming this is also going to be a 10 millimeter. So, yep, and it is 10 millimeter. Take off this this piece here and probably most of the carburetor. These are going to be nuts on studs. I'm gonna grab a mallet. I'm gonna reach across to you guys here. Grab a mallet and just make sure it's a rubber, something rubber. Just knock it a little bit. Knock it loose, something like this. What happens is the gaskets get sealed, you know, over time from everything, and they just get stuck. See, now what's holding me back is my linkages. So I'm going to be pulling them out. You do not have to take the choke off, and I would not recommend actually taking it off if you can help it, until you lift your carburetor off like that. And then now we just got the choke lever, and there is our carburetor. So here's your carburetor. This one doesn't look terrible, but it is definitely dirty. We just got a ton of contaminants in the intake, which is not good. We've also got, I think, a torn gasket on the intake. That will definitely mess you up a little bit. Well, it's part of the gasket that's torn. I might have another one of these out somewhere. I'm going to readjust my camera, and we'll get to cleaning that carburetor. Alrighty guys, so I repositioned my camera, and I am about to grab a clean-ish rag to kind of find a clean rag to do this on. clean enough rag. This is pretty clean enough for what we're doing here. So I don't think I really have any carbon choke cleaner with me at the moment, but I'm going to take the carburetor apart here and clean the parts off, and you just put your clean parts on your rag. That's how you, for the most part, do most of these carburetors. Focus. Okay, it did focus. So the bowl most likely is probably going to be like a 12 or 13. 12. Take your bowl off. And we see with a bowl, you want to do it like this because of, well, unless you're somebody that doesn't know what to look for. But whenever you take these apart and you do this with the bowl, you'll find out a lot about what's going on with the engine and stuff by popping this bowl off and look inside of it. And yikes. That, oh my gosh. I don't think I've seen something like that in a long time. I don't know if the light can catch that or not. There you go. Look at that, guys. Look at that. That, I did not put that in there. I literally just opened it. No cuts or anything. That's what I found inside that carburetor. That's dirt and sand. And, like, rocks and stuff. Like, how does that... there's not even rocks. It's just, like... it's just gritty sand kind of stuff. Sediment. That is disgusting. That's nasty. That was inside that carburetor. So here, maybe if I set it like that, can you see it even better? Yeah, you can. That's just, I've never seen something like that before. Have you guys seen anything worse from a carburetor? Let me know down in the comments. Alrighty, so we got the rest of the carburetor disassembled. It is the next morning. My phone is fully charged finally. So plenty of recording time. So let's get to this carburetor. I did clean the outside up a little bit. Looks a lot better than it did last night. It's all disassembled. So now we're ready to just clean it all up, clean it all out, and get this puppy back up and on the engine. So we got a brand new can of carbon choke cleaner. And we're just going to go to town on this thing. Alrighty guys, so we are going to put the carburetor back on the engine on the Kohler. I'm going to set that over here for a second while I slide this behemoth over here so I can put that carburetor back on. I don't even know. Yeah, I need to reposition this, give you guys a little bit of a better view what's actually going on. Okay, we'll move this a little bit closer too. That'll help you and me out. Alright, try to get some stuff out of our way here real quick. Just try to get all this stuff out of the way. Well, I gotta put this in. Remember how it came out. Just gotta go in exactly the opposite. So carburetor's all rebuilt, and now I'm ready to hook up a starter to it. I have the starter hook up a battery to the starter, find a place to mount it at, and then try to see if it runs. And so I'm going to do that, and then we will see there. Alright, so I got the carburetor back on and everything. I also ended up rebuilding the starter and had to do some research online to figure out how this works, because it's got a separate solenoid that goes with the motor. But I'm joined by my dad, my brother, and we're gonna all work together to start this thing up if we can, and see if she runs and how she runs. So let's do it. Choked it out. So, well, she runs pretty good, runs really well. So it was definitely a great deal getting this engine and taking a chance on it. So
that's without the muffler.
Yeah, without the muffler. Yeah, the muffler was off this thing. It still sounded pretty darn good. I'd really like to give a big thanks to my dad and my brother here for helping me. So you got to meet them and you got to see the engine run. So definitely going to be putting this thing on a project. I got a mower that's got an engine that's worn out and down on power. Person I got off of ran out of oil. Their oil filter fell off and it ran out of oil. So the engine still runs, this other engine I'm talking about, but it runs way under power, and it's a Kohler Command, but it's a 25 horse. This is a 22. It'll be a perfect replacement, so I'm probably going to do that. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, like, subscribe, comment. More videos coming soon. Sorry for the delay again in content. Had to finish school. So, but with that, this is David signing out. Peace.